Hello everyone, this is Yuti Bilwal and thank you for joining in this webinar. And we are here giving information about MBAs in Philippines and not just about me. With us will be joining Dr. David K. Pillai. I have already met him when I was in Philippines, as you can see. And the reason is that he is the mind behind the FMG Academy, the Transferred FMG Academy, which takes care of the students when they come out of DMSF and study in the Pune campus for MCI practice, MCI coaching. And also one of the very important thing I would just want to tell you guys is that it's very important like how you are studying. Are you studying totally in English medium or not? This is very crucial thing. You can see the result, MCI result of Russia is so low. Keeping in mind so many universities are there, but the whole MCI coaching MCI ratio is less than 24%. So because 90% of the universities are teaching in bilingual, like from third year on this, they teach in Russian medium, it affects your performance. So those who are asking some questions, okay. Am I audible now to everyone? Okay, great. Second very important thing is that population. Philippines is the 12th most populous country in the world. How will it matter to you? Your question should be that. How does it matter? It is populated or not? So the thing is that if it's a populated country, then the patient flow will be higher. One of the issues with these countries, like Russia, for example, is that they don't have population, they don't have patient flow. Hence, the hands-on experience of the students is low. And you can get to know this information from so many doctors who are with the doing internship with the doctors who are from Russia, that they don't have hands-on experience. Bhumika is asking, ma'am, about NMAT, and I want to ask that do we qualify or just attempt? Okay. I would like to simultaneously go live on YouTube and give this information. Okay. Bhumika, that's a very important, very nice question that you have asked. It's a very good question actually, because this question of NMAT, whether you have to clear NMAT, whether you have to attempt NMAT, whether it matters to you, whether you qualify or not, it's a very important question. And previously in many of my webinars, I have covered it. बट हो सकता है आप लोगों ने ध्यान ना दिया हो या आपने नहीं देखा हो वो. आप सभी लोग अपने क्वेश्चंस पूछ सकते हैं क्वेश्चन आंसर के फोरम में. मेरे पास भी कुछ क्वेश्चंस हैं और कुछ चीजें हैं जो मैंने भी पिक की हुई हैं. एंड आई विल आस्क फ्रॉम the panelists, one of our panelists. Basically, NMAT examination is just like the qualifying examination. Hello. I'll provide you the link. Yeah. Okay. So, just a second, guys. So NMAT exam is just like NEET examination. So what happens in NEET examination, जैसे कि आपको पता होगा NEET exam में क्या होता है basically. अगर आपके 150, 140, 200 marks आते हैं, तो you can go and apply in private medical college if you have enough money, 15-20 लाख जो भी उनका फीस स्ट्रक्चर होता है, अगर आपके पास है तो 150 marks में भी आप चले जाते हैं. In case you get a good percentage, you apply for government colleges. You strive for them, right? So basically क्या होता है कि अगर आपके नीट एनमैट का स्कोर आपका नहीं आता है, आप क्वालिफाई नहीं हो पाते हैं, the only effect जो होगा इसमें वो ये होगा कि आप फिलीपींस में प्रैक्टिस नहीं कर पाएंगे, लाइसेंस आपको नहीं मिल पाएगा, दैट्स द ओनली इम्पैक्ट। बिकॉज जो फॉरेन स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं उनको वेवर मिल सकता है, अगर वो चाहें तो वो डिक्लेयर कर सकते हैं कि उन्हें आगे जाके फिलीपींस में किसी तरह का काम नहीं करना, लाइसेंस नहीं लेना। सिमिलरली जैसे इंडिया में होता है, इंडिया में क्या होता है, इंडिया में अगर आपका आप नीट बिना क्वालिफाई किए जाएंगे तो आप इंडिया में आके एमसीआई का स्क्रीन टेस्ट नहीं दे सकते, है ना। अगर आप एमसीआई का स्क्रीन टेस्ट नहीं दे सकते तो यानी कि आप इंडिया में प्रैक्टिस नहीं कर सकते। वही चीज एनमैट के साथ है। अब आई एम श्योर आपका जो आपका आगे जो प्लान है वो डेफिनेटली इंडिया में आके एमसीआई पास करने का, और उसमें तो फिलीपींस एक्सेल कर ही रहा है। अगर आप दवाओं की बात करें, दवाओं में भी जो पासिंग रेशियो है उसका 71% है, फिलीपींस का अपना 50% एंड अबव है। तो आपकी जो प्रोबेबिलिटी होती है वहां से करने आने के बाद वो इसमें काफी बढ़ जाती है। ओके, सो ओके देन आई होप दिस आंसर योर क्वेश्चन। अगर आपका नहीं हो पाया तो फिर मैं और तरीके से भी आपको अच्छे से समझा सकती हूँ। Budget, very good question. Budget, and what is the maximum intake of the college? Now, this is another kind of rumor that I've heard that students इतने ही होते हैं, उतने नहीं होते, और BS में ज्यादा बच्चे चले जाते हैं, MD में कम बच्चे पास हो पाते हैं। So basically अगर आप किसी गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज में BS में एडमिशन लेंगे तो BS की उनकी कैपेसिटी गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज की ज्यादा होती है इन कंपैरिजन टू MD की सीट्स। तो उस वजह से अगर आप गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज के लिए जाना चाहते हो तो पहले तो BS कोर्स में आपका एडमिशन हो जाएगा। उसके बाद क्योंकि वो गवर्नमेंट कॉलेज है तो उनका ये नहीं होता कि आप मिनिमम से मिनिमम लेके भी आप गवर्नमेंट में एंटर कर पाओगे, आप नहीं कर सकते ना। हमारे इंडिया में भी सेम चीज होती है। देन व्हाट हैपेंस इज दैट या हेलो हेलो एक सेकेंड। सो आप नहीं कर पाते हो, राइट। सो सिमिलरली वहां पे भी नहीं हो पाता है, और इसलिए कहते हैं कि BS और MD का। लेकिन हम जहाँ पे आप लोग के एडमिशन करवाते हैं दैट इज फॉर श्योर गारंटी के साथ आप BS में एडमिशन लोगे और साइमल्टेनियसली आपका MBBS में भी होगा, मतलब MD कोर्स में भी एक्सेप्ट हो जाता है। इज आमा मेडिकल स्कूल अ गुड वन? आई डिडंट लाइक आमा मच। मैं आप लोगों से यही बोलूंगी, मुझे उतना नहीं सही लगा। बाकी अगर आपको लगता है कि नहीं आपको जाना है आमा में, आप जा सकते हैं। इट्स मोर लाइक कंप्यूटर इंस्टीट्यूट कह सकते हैं, उतनी बिल्डिंग है। मतलब मुझे तो ज्यादा बड़ी नहीं लगी। अगर आपको यूनिवर्सिटी, एक प्रॉपर यूनिवर्सिटी चाहिए तो डेफिनेटली आपको एक यूनिवर्सिटी जैसा ही कैंपस चाहिए होगा ना। अब दवाओं का कैंपस है या इवन लाइजियम का कैंपस भी काफी अच्छा लगा मुझे। ओके, व्हाट इज द सीट रेशियो इन फिलीपींस? चलिए, आप आई थिंक काफी क्वेश्चन है सीट रेशियो के बारे में। जहां तक मुझे पता है सीट रेशियो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, पर फिर भी मैं सीट रेशियो का क्वेश्चन भी पूछूंगी। Ma'am, I'm not qualifying NEET this year, so I was trying to do it with NMAT. Is a good idea? Yes. In case आप इस साल नीट क्वालिफाई नहीं कर पा रहे, आप अपना BS कोर्स में एडमिशन ले सकते हैं एंड यू कैन कंटिन्यू योर BS कोर्स टिल May 2021 एंड May 2021 का नीट देने के बाद आप आगे फिलीपींस फ्लाई कर सकते हैं। इट्स अ बेस्ट रूट टू नॉट टू वेस्ट योर टाइम एनी मोर। एंड इस BS कोर्स में जो बच्चे नीट को नहीं क्वालिफाई के एडमिशन लेते हैं उनका एक इंटीग्रेटेड प्रोग्राम चलता है जिसमें नीट की भी आपको कोचिंग मिलती है। If by any chance I'm not able to pass NMAT, then how will my MD course be proceed? NMAT मैंने आप लोगों को समझा दिया है। NMAT का आपके BS में एंट्री करने का बिल्कुल भी फर्क नहीं पड़ता है। Okay? Wait a second, I'm just reading your questions. Ma'am, how much for Two candidates shared room. Okay. Two candidates shared room. Okay. Is microbiology? कहाँ गया ये question? Okay. Once Yukti ma'am in her Instagram live session told me I can't do MD in Philippines after BSc chemistry. She told that I can do MD only after BSc biology. Is it true? I'm doing BSc chemistry and all. Yes, there are few ways you can do it. मुझे अभी recently कुछ आया है तो उस हिसाब से बोलूँगी. Can we welcome you, sir?
Oh, good evening, Yukti. How are you?
I'm good, Dr. David.
Great.
I hope everyone welcomes you here on the panel.
Thank you so much. Okay.
Yeah. So, first of all, again, I want to welcome you. I met you there in Philippines, and it was a nice meeting with you.
So
And
nice.
we both of us share the same interest, being with a non-medical background, but we want to improve the healthcare system, right?
That's true. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we have students and they have questions, queries, and we would like to discuss them with you.
Okay.
And we would like to get some clarification on those. However, I have the clarification, but of course, I think if you will give it, then it will make more sense.
Sure, Yukti.
Yeah.
Would you want me to go ahead and addressing them, or you wanted to do a question and answer format?
First of all, you can say a few things about Davao and about Philippines.
Is all the children sitting in this forum?
Yeah.
Are they there?
Yes.
Are they listening to me?
They are looking at you. They can see you.
It is so unfortunate that I see myself and you.
Don't worry, that they can only see. They are the audience.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. And first of all, I would like to say good evening to every one of you.
Yeah.
In a special way, I would like to welcome all the young, dynamic boys and girls who would like to become doctors for tomorrow. I welcome you all. Maybe your parents also could be sitting there. Your relatives could be sitting there. I would like to welcome you all for this forum. And in a very, very special manner, I would like to welcome Yukti. Of course, you have welcomed me, not I would like to welcome. You have welcomed me. Thank you so much. And I would like to say a few things before we go to that question and answer session. Well, I'm David K. Pillai, the strategic partner of Davao Medical School Foundation, which is situated in Philippines, the city of Davao, which is one of the best universities in the world. When I use this sentence, it might look something different, but I will prove to you this is the best university in the world, where I'm almost associated with this university for 20 long years.
Yeah.
And we have, as of now, graduated more than 3,000 students who are practicing all over the world. I don't think that any university outside India would have such a record. I'm talking about 3,000 doctors who studied over there, came back, and they're practicing all over the world. This is the record. Now, unfortunately, this is a pandemic season where we are unable to come and address to you in person. So we're using this technology to address you all. Yeah. Well, this is going to be the new thing in future. Probably in most cases, we will be talking like this through technology only. Yeah. This pandemic crisis has done a lot of damage to many businesses, many people, and many education system. It elevated only one program to the highest, that is medicine. Though it has destroyed every business, every activities, and every education system, medical course and medical studies and medical activities have been elevated to the highest. Yeah. It has got the highest respect because of this corona once again. It's not a good thing, but we have got no choice but to say this. So this crisis has elevated this course. It has given more respect and more prestige to this program. So children, if you're going to join this program, you are privileged and blessed because you are joining in a course which has got the highest demand and need for every country.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about only India. India needs at the moment 15 lakh of doctors, 15 lakhs. It's a huge number. And I do not know whether you know this fact or not. We produce only 25,000 doctors per year. I'm talking about the postgraduate doctors. The undergraduate courses, we've got 63,000 seats from all over 585 medical schools. There are only 63,000 seats. Whereas in the postgraduate level, we have got just 25,000 seats. So ultimately, we graduate only 25,000 doctors for this country. And the need is almost around 220 lakhs, minimum 15 lakhs, which is never a possibility, even if we work out for the next 25 years. So you're lucky that you have chosen medical education. And unfortunately, I don't think that all of you will get in the Indian medical schools. And that is the reason you are choosing foreign medical education. Now, foreign medical education is not an alternate medical education. It is the first choice of medical education for students if you choose the right kind of school. Now, there are various countries offering medical education. It could be Russia, it could be China, it could be Ukraine, it could be many countries. Amongst all these countries, the top performing medical school is situated in Philippines and in the city of Davao, and that is called the Davao Medical School Foundation, where Yukti joined as a partner recently, visited each and every place of the institution as Yukti wanted to make an impact in the medical education and give the right kind of medical education to the society. She chose to become the partner with this university for the northern zone, and she is doing a wonderful job. And if these children are joining through the Make Mine, sorry, it is her company is a very interesting name I like. It is Book My University Association. Book My University. Yeah. Easy to actually get it. Yeah. So if you are part of the Book My University Association, you're lucky because Yukti normally gives a lot of service to her students. I've heard about it. And that's one of the reasons we invited her to be part of our university, which we have been doing for the last 20 years. Well, now the question goes back again, why Davao Medical School is so important and how you say that this is the best university in the world. Well, now most of the children who are listening over there, you should understand all these students who graduated outside the country, that is outside India, will have to come back and write a screening exam, which is called FMGE, Foreign Medical Graduates Examination, which you have to write this examination before you get your license to practice in India. Yes. If you don't make this exam, you are never going to be a doctor in this country. Yeah. Now, the first mistake most of the students do is they choose a very, very poor ordinary school in a country where it is not good enough for medical studies. Yeah. This is the first mistake most of them do. Whereas Philippines, I've been telling everyone I meet, if there are 20 parameters which will determine the quality of a medical study, Philippines fits in all 20, and there is 5 more criteria which it fulfills. Language, climate, visa matters, study matters, everything put together, Philippines is the best. And in Philippines, Davao Medical Education is the best. The reason is, every other schools, they might be telling you this school is better, that school is better. Davao alone has proved it. Yeah. If you're going to ask most of the universities how many graduates you have got, they will have no better answer. Now, I can very easily say that every hospitals, if you're in Delhi, you name a hospital, I will give you my graduates working there, practicing there as eminent doctors. This is what it talks about the quality. Now, let me go back about the FMGE examination. Yeah. Every year, the foreign graduates have to undergo this exam. twice. It is kept twice, and any number of times you can attempt and you can pass. Until you pass, you keep writing. And there are so many students who keep on writing and they do not get through because they have chosen the poorest medical school in terms of quality, or the country where it is not good enough for medical studies. Dawa medical students also write this examination. I just wanted to give you a scenario what happened in the result which came last week. Now last week we had the results for the FMG graduates. The worst thing is, this is the lowest percentage, pass percentage the country had in the lot many 15 years of its history. The lowest pass percentage was this year, which is just 9.53, meaning 17,000 students coming from 300 universities all over the world, especially from China, Russia, Caribbeans, and Philippines. 300 university students came and participated in this exam. 17,000 students wrote this exam. The overall national passing percentage was just 9.53, and Dawa Medical School had its passing percentage 72.5.
Yeah.
It is not at all an ordinary thing, unimaginable score. Not only this, this is the 11th time we are making such a record. Believe me, we never made below 82%.
I know.
72% because the score was the lowest. So 72%. Even in the 72%, one of the amazing things that happened is this year also, last year also, we had 7 toppers in the top 10. And this year also, we are having 7 toppers in the top 10. That is 17,000 students. Out of that, 7 toppers, that is out of the top 10, 7 are from Dawa Medical School.
Right. I know.
Another important thing is,
yeah,
we also have got 200 and above scorer, about 31 numbers.
I know.
31 students of Dawa Medical School scored above 200, which is unimaginable.
I have that data, but I can't share
Yes.
you all with this. But yes,
That's great. That's great. You can put it over there. Okay.
I will put it.
Why I would say this is an amazing school, and I wanted children to understand. We do the best of studies over there, give you the best of studies. We give you the best of homely setup over there. We provide you with Indian food cooked by Indian chefs, and we have got our own residences where you can stay. It is a package deal where you, when you get in Dawa Medical School, you go there, completely you are cared for the entire course duration, and you come back here, and we also coach you for this FMGE examination till you pass. And mostly in the first attempt itself, 80% or even above will pass through, so you don't need to worry about. This track record, please try to find out from other schools if someone is trying to convince you. I will bet you nobody can give you this kind of result. If someone is giving you, it is bluffing. It's not true. They can never prove it. Here, we can give you all kinds of proof to say that this is the real percentage and these are the real students practicing in all hospitals. This is what I wanted you to know. Now, people might scare you saying that this FMG examination is so tough and you will not pass through. You see, this is the lowest percentage of pass, and so many of the people are writing for the 10th time. Children, I just wanted you to understand. If you are in the right school, if you have taken the right kind of education in the right country, in the right medical school, you don't need to worry about. Children choose wrong schools. They make mistake in that itself, and that's the reason these kind of failures do happen. Now, some of them might be saying, even Indian medical schools, some might be trying to convince you, in India, you don't need to write this FMG examination. Only when you go abroad, you need to write.
Yeah.
Let me tell you one thing. From this year onwards, the examination would be called as NEXT, that is National Exit Exam, which will be common for, or which will be the same exam for the foreign graduates and also the local Indian graduates. So you are going to be treated in par. If you wanted to become doctors, now you have to write this examination, whether you study in India or whether you study outside India. So you are going to be treated in par. So you cannot run away from this examination. One more thing, I just don't want you to get scared of any examination. You need to face it. Every day in life, it's an examination. You just need to prepare it. If you are prepared, you will always win. You should be mentally fit enough. That is what is going to make you successful. Unfortunately, you're all born in this latest period where the competition is getting so tougher, only the best ones will be winning. So you have to be in the best one. You have to be in the best group. That is only possible if you are mentally, physically, and spiritually be fit. I wanted all my children to understand, not changing the school is going to make you success. Not changing the agency is going to make you success. Not changing the country is going to make you success. It is only choosing the right and staying fit there and trying to do all things better will make you successful in life. This is one more thing I wanted to tell you. Another thing is regarding NMAT. NMAT, the full form of NMAT meaning National Medical Aptitude Test. Now this examination is a mandatory examination in the Philippines if you want to get into medical program. Now you don't need to worry about this examination. This is one weapon. Most of the consultants who are sending students for other country scare you that you will fail in this examination and you'll have to quit medical education. Believe me, this is a false information. Now, there is nothing called a fail percentage and pass percentage in NMAT. NMAT is a mandatory examination where you'll have to attempt, and there is nothing called fail and pass. It depends on the school from what percentage they want to take you in. Davao Medical School did not reject any students in the history of 20 years. Not even one student who wanted to do medicine failed and came back to India or dropped out of Davao Medical School because of NMAT, because we don't consider NMAT as so important for getting into medicine. The beauty of Davao Medical School is ordinary students who have performed only average in their +2 examinations, who have just scored good enough pass percentage alone in NEET, have done the best of studies in Davao Medical School, and they have become the most successful doctors. It does not, marks are not going to determine your future. It is your activity, it is your focus, it is your concentration that is going to make you better in life. So you don't need to worry about NMAT. This is some competitors doing for other countries and other schools will scare you by saying that don't go. And if that is the case, you ask them how come such a great percentage is always kept by Davao Medical School. Now I can also reveal you with documents, there are students who have scored only 5%, 10%, even 6% who have joined in NMAT, joined medical school, and they have done better doctors. They have become better doctors than anybody else. So I just wanted you to know.
I took an interview of a DMSF student who scored 99 percentile also, and there are many. I heard that there are many students.
I know this little girl.
Kunjali.
Yes, I know her.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If you have got an interview, you can place it there. Okay, later you can do that one. Okay, this is very important. Now I also wanted to give you other little informations about your program now. Now, as you all know that immediate going abroad is never a possibility. It is not only to Philippines, to any other country also, you cannot be traveling to that country because of this pandemic crisis. To some countries, it is impossible. For example, to China or Russia, I strongly believe that you cannot travel and you cannot now get into medicine because they do not have the portion called the pre-med studies. The pre-med studies can be done anywhere. As per the Philippine Medical Council, pre-med can be done anywhere. It is only that 4 years of medicine you have to do only in the Philippines. Now, the lucky thing is, it could be only Philippines medical education where you can start tomorrow, not wasting your time. You can be in pre-med online program, which we have already started. And from Monday onwards, you will be in a rigorous program. And after 14th, after your results are out, that is the NEET results are out, you will be on a proper regular pre-med program, which will be credited when you go over there to the school. Now the question is, how are we going to conduct? The Dava Medical School has appointed its professors to run this pre-med program as of now, and it will continue till things get normal here. Probably we are expecting things to go better and normal. Maybe by next month, our government might declare face-to-face classes. The central government has already declared face-to-face classes can be possible, and some states have accepted that one, and they probably might be starting from next month. And we are also planning to start this program maybe by next month till the period where you will be allowed to travel to Philippines in the school. But that is the reason why I say you can quickly join this program right away, sit in the class which begins from Monday, and you can go on a rigorous pre-med study from 14th onwards after your results. And as soon as the country declares that face-to-face classes can be there, then you can either go to the Pune campus, which is developed in the most modern method, and or the campus in Chennai, which is one of the most advanced campus. One of these campus will accept you. You can choose any one of these campus depending on the kind of food you want to eat. Probably if you go to Chennai, you'll have more of dosa and sambar. If you go to Pune, you'll have more of chapati and roti, whatever you call it. Okay. And by the way, I live in Pune, so my campus is more taken care or done better in Pune also. So you guys will have a real gallo of life over there. You don't need to worry about. We care for you. We care for your future. We mean what we say. That is one of the reasons more and more students prefer Dava Medical School, because Dava Medical School is the best. Believe me, I can also give you all those records that last year I was invited by the American government. I'm talking about the Washington government, Maryland government, which is the Trump's government. They invited Dava Medical School, and I went on behalf of that one. And we have been awarded by the government as the largest top performing medical school. I don't think that any other university will have such an award. Probably I wanted Yukti to post this information with a certificate for the group of students so that they understand what we are talking is truly great. Another award I was awarded last year in the month of December by the British government. I was invited by the UK Parliament, and in the Parliament I was awarded for the excellent education facilities in medicine. That is Dava Medical School for the excellent award in medical education. And that award also can be, I wanted Yukti to post that one. If you do not have, I will send all these records. Okay, if you can post to our young aspiring doctors, they will be seeing this one. This will tell them that how important is Dava Medical School. Children, you have chosen the right one. And you have chosen the right partner. Yukti Balwal is really one of the, yes, this is the certificate. Is it possible for all the students to win this?
They are watching it.
They're watching it?
Yes.
And you can read. Children, this is from the government. This is from the governor of Maryland, yes, which is the state where Trump rules. Okay? If you read all these things, I just wanted to read one line which says, on behalf of the largest top performing international medical school. They're not talking about the largest school. They're talking about the largest top performing, meaning quality medical education is done there. This is a certificate we received from Maryland government. We wanted you to know. Children, you have chosen the right school and the right partner that will help you throughout all your 5.5 year of program. Now the 5.5 year program is divided as two parts. 1.5 year will be the pre-med education, which can be conducted partly in India and partly in the Philippines. So the partly in India program starts now, and you're not going to be wasting time sitting at home. Please do not waste time, as you have already wasted almost around 5 months more than the period you should have been in the medical school. I don't want you to be wasting one more day. Please make sure that you are in the class by Monday so that you are counted for your transfer credits by the time the corona opens. Yeah. Corona is going to go away soon. India is doing a wonderful job. You might be getting scared of the huge number, but that's because of the huge population we've got. Otherwise, our government is also doing the right kind of job. Philippines have totally controlled corona spread. Do you know that Davao Medical School is the only school in the world which did not depart or which did not send its students back to the home country, that is India. All the other students from every country came back. Even in Philippines, all the other schools sent back its students. It is only Davao Medical Foundation did not send its students back. It kept them there, and the class is continuing, and it is doing a wonderful job. Just 1 minute. Okay. So this is also a news that I wanted to give you. So children, as I repeat again and again, you are in the right hands. If your dream is to become doctors, I don't think that you could have chosen another school. I've traveled the whole globe. I've visited the best of the schools in the America. I've seen Johns Hopkins. I've seen Maryland universities. Believe me, the facilities and infrastructure that you will find in Davao Medical School is no lesser than any of these schools, which is called the top schools in the world. So we are in par with them. You're lucky if you're going to go over there. This is what I want to tell you. So children, I'm sure that you will be treated as your own children. We'll make sure that your dreams come true. This is what I want to tell you. Now, for some of you who do not have your passport, please make sure that you use this time to make your passport as early as possible so that any time it opens, we're going to send you back to Philippines. And you will enjoy your stay there because that is the only country in the world which loves foreigners. There is no other country which loves foreigners. And you're going to the city which is also called the cleanest crime-free city in the world. That is also equally important. You can have several other countries, several other schools in different countries. Safety is something that you need to worry about. I have wrote a book in this city, in the name of this city, Davao City, the safest livable crime-free city in the world. This is what is my topic, and that book was appreciated by many of the officials. So you are going to the right city, and you're also going to the right kind of medical school where 99.9% of its teaching faculty are so dedicated, you will feel at home. You've got the best of deans. You've got the best of professors, you've got the best of facilities. If all this can go, you will become the best of successful person. Yes, here is this book, what I wrote. Okay, you can see, I hope that this book is written by me. It is very heavy book. It is 3 kilo worth book. Nice. And I can read it for you, the topic, Mayor Duterte. Mayor Duterte at the moment is the president of the country. Mayor Duterte, and the making of Davao City, Philippines, one of the most livable and safest city in Asia. This is what the heading is. So you are going to the best city, best country, and the best medical school. What else could be the combination for success? I'm sure that you all will succeed, and we will be praying for you. We are going to be there with you. When I say we, it is Yukti Baliwal with an institution called Book My University. Yukti, I love this name, Book My University. It's a sentence, but it's your company's name. I love this one. And you are really, really, every time you wanted to make sure that everything goes right, this is the attitude I wanted to be amongst my partners. So we love you to have you as our partners. And children, you're lucky to be with this institution, with us, to make a great success. So this is what has been. Now, I think that if we wanted to make some of the questions, right?
Yes, yes.
Can you go ahead, request or asking me the questions?
So I think the top 4 questions you have already answered. The top
Okay.
4 questions you have answered. The 5th question is also the question of one of the students, that Philippines follows American-based system in America for MBBS BS courses 3 years for in America. Why it is 1 year 4 months in Philippines?
Okay, fantastic question. Okay.
Hmm.
Now, degree, we will not talk about 4-year course or 2-year course or 1.5-year course. A degree is needed to join in medicine.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you a complete details. Okay, if you don't understand, maybe I cannot see any of you kids over there. Probably you can answer me.
Yeah.
There are 2 kinds of medical educations in the world. That is the primary medical education. I'm not talking about the secondary medical education. One is the MBBS. MBBS is generally followed in most of the Commonwealth countries because the Commonwealth countries were under the British rule. So the British design is the MBBS. It is a primary medical qualification. It is an undergraduate program. It is done after 12th standard or A level or +2. You can call whatever the name. It is done after +2, A level, or A level, or whatever you call it. It's
Understood.
to that. Okay, and it is an undergraduate course. Whereas the American program is called MD. This is Doctor of Medicine. This is Bachelor of Surgery and Bachelor of Medicine. So MBBS meaning it is not the other way. It is Bachelor of Surgery and Bachelor of Medicine. This is how you have to call it. This way you have to read it. And this is an undergraduate course. It is also the first degree. MD is also the first degree. But unfortunately, MD is a secondary degree, meaning it is a postgraduate degree. So you need a degree before you get into a postgraduate degree. You understood?
Understood.
So they have chosen BS. BS meaning it is BSc here. So BS is treated as pre-med. Before getting into medicine, you need to have BS, that is pre-med, and the duration can be anything. We chose Philippines because Philippines and Botswana are the only 2 countries in the world it did not have +2 till recently. Did you get my point?
Yeah.
These 2 countries, 10th standard, and after that one, they went on to a degree of 4 years. Okay. Now, since Indian students have already done 10 plus 2 more years, so that is given credit, and that 1-2 years balance is done on a fast track with less holidays, so you are able to do it in 1.5 years. This is how the course of MD you can attain. Have I given you the right answer?
Yes, yes.
I
hope they will write it. The students can reply on this, whether they understood or not, or if they have any other questions.
I can redo it if you want to. Okay.
Now, in case they don't understand.
Okay, fine. What else?
Next question is that what is exactly taught in the pre-med?
Okay, pre-med, almost around 70% of the medical studies which you will be doing in the first year of medicine is taught. For example, the first year of medical studies would be anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, and all these kind of studies are the first year subjects. In the pre-med, you will study introduction to anatomy, introduction to physiology, introduction to biochemistry, and few other BS subjects. So the reason why MD program becomes better for medical study is you have already covered up a larger portion of your first year studies in the pre-med itself. So when you get into the medical studies of the first year, it becomes so easier for you. Is it a clear answer?
Yes, it's a clear answer.
Okay.
So what are the future prospects of the graduate from DMSF? Like they can give USMLE? What are the future prospects?
Okay. Now, if you have studied in the Philippines, the whole world will accept you for your career. Now, each of the countries have got their own passing examination, that is exit examination, or they call it as licensing examination.
Yes.
Okay, except India, now they are bringing the exit, licensing exam that is called exit. Okay,
Yes.
which will be common for both. Otherwise, in the past we did not have any licensing examination. Okay, now if you are going to USA, the examination is called USMLE, United States Medical Licensing Exam. Now this exam is a very nice exam, one of the most prestigious exam. If you can get through this, you will land up in the US and you can do your PG by drawing a salary. You don't need to pay. The PG again there is called residency, a 3-year of residency in the department that you want to specialize. But the fortunate thing is you will be paid a salary which may not be less than $8,000 to $10,000 a month. If you really wanted to do USMLE, start working hard from day one. It has got 3 papers, step 1, step 2, and step 3. When you have done step 1 and step 2, for the step 3, you're already in the US, so you will definitely will not put a dent in your parents' pocket, meaning you're going to save a huge money of doing PG in India or elsewhere. Now, if you wanted to go to UK, the examination is called PLAB. PLAB is an examination where they will be focusing more on the language also. So it is easier than USMLE. So if you can do PLAB, you are in UK. And there are various examinations each country has got. You are allowed to take all the examination and you can practice in any country in the world you wanted. And I've got at least around 60 plus students in the US and at least around 35 students in the UK and all the other countries. There are a few professors in Australia who studied in our university. So these are all the prestigious information that I would like to give you.
And if somebody is already graduate in India, like they have done BSc or BDS or B Pharma, and they would like to join DMSF, so they can directly enter into MD course?
Fantastic question. Now, if you've got any degree related to science, it could be nursing, it could be BSc, it could be, let's say, physiotherapy, it could be any course, even Ayurveda course.
BSc chemistry, BSc chemistry.
BS chemistry, anything, any degree, if you got 1.5 years will be reduced for you. You can straight get into the 4-year of medical program. One more greatest news I wanted to give you is last month, the Medical Council of India declared that if you're coming from Philippines, you don't need to do your internship, 1 year of internship in India. And I've been working through all state councils. Some of the states council have already accepted this. They've given permanent license straight coming from Philippines for our students. So meaning you are going to have 1 more year of advantage if you're going to study in the Philippines in Davao Medical School.
That's amazing. It's a new feather in your cap, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, that's
all of us. Okay,
yeah.
You're part of it now. Okay, go ahead.
The seat ratio, one of the rumors that these consultants, putting into the minds of the students is that their BS seats are more and MD seats are less. So not all students who will enter, who will take admission in BS course will be able to get MD seat.
This is the myth and this is the way they cheat you to take you to a very cheaper, low-class university. Just hold him on the line and put him across to me. And I want to ask him if one student who have been retained in BS just because there is no space in the school. Okay, I wanted to ask him one student, you give me a name, who did not go to medicine from BS. It is actually in most of the other schools, they take students in BS and they throw away all the students, not taking them into medicine. When I take students, I take with a minimum guarantee of getting into medicine, not one student. These are the 2 weapons they use. NMAT, you will fail. And BS, they will take more students and they will not let you into medicine. I just wanted to find out one student who went through our partnership to see that if they are rejected, I wanted to have one. I wanted these children to ask this question to
Yeah.
those agents, give us 5 names who were rejected in Dawa Medical School from the BS because they don't have seats.
I think
Okay,
this is a
that's
good.
a lie.
That's it. And what is the boy-girl ratio in DMSF? That's a different question. Boy-girl ratio. Do you
No
know?
country has got boy-girl ratio. Okay, boys and girls are treated equally. There can be more ratio. We don't maintain ratio. That is only in marriages you'll have to find out how many boys and how many girls has to be there. Okay, so
Yes.
there is something called boy-girl ratio in medical education, and
Yes.
especially in foreign countries and in Philippines, they treat every gender as equal. Okay, so any other. And one more thing I just wanted to tell you, even in the Philippines, why Davao is preferred by most students and why they've got the most better clinical exposure is in all the other cities, there are many schools in the cities and there are some hospitals. Davao, there is only one medical school and there are too many hospitals. So these students, though they are huge in number, they get to practice or they get to do their clinical exposure in at least around 10 to 15 different hospitals. Approximately, they've got more than 6 to 7,000 beds to practice. In other cities, 6 to, lot many students, they go to one hospital, they get cramped up. This is one more reason why Davao we chose. A clean city, crime-free city, only medical school it has got, and that's the reason all the hospitals are available for practice and they get a better clinical exposure, unlike in other cities where there are few hospitals and more medical schools.
I would like to know something about the faculties. I've heard that many of the faculties are either practicing doctors or some of them has already also given USMLE examination.
See, in Davao, the lucky thing is they've got more than 500 professors. You divide it into 3 categories because foreign countries would love to ask practicing doctors to teach. That's one of the reasons why students find it so interesting, because they share their experience and they teach. Unlike in India, where the teaching doctors never have stepped into medical school, medical hospitals.
True.
They've got 3 categories. One category, they're specialized in teaching. One group, they're practicing doctors. Another group who are visiting doctors from foreign countries. So you get an international exposure and there's a huge number, and that's one of the reasons you will never become bored up. You're not going to get used to only one person. There are multiple professors will be teaching you in multiple areas. Another thing, they believe in technology. As I was telling you, the simulation center in Davao Medical School, I believe that that is the best in Asia. I know. I've been to London. I've been to this Hong Kong and Singapore and all those places to see their simulation center. I've never seen the one like in Davao Medical School. So you're lucky to have your initial practice on those simulators where it can act and behave like a real human being, where you're going to treat so that there will be no casualty when you go to a real patient. So this is why our students become the best of doctors. Okay. And now the recent thing what they brought in is a virtual learning, meaning because these kids, these are modern kids, they don't like somebody lecturing 2 hours in a classroom. They want to see real practical thing. They don't like theories. And that is what the DMSF follows. The latest technology that they brought in is the virtual learning, where you wear those glasses, on a press on of a button, you are physically going to go inside a human body.
I saw it. Yeah.
I think if he was there to see that. I don't think that any schools in any country has got in Asia these kind of technology. So you're lucky to be there. Okay. So anything else?
From how many hospitals are associated with DMSF?
There are at least around 11 hospitals associated with DMSF. The beds could be somewhere around 7,000 beds.
Okay. Because one question was that they are, can we get enough practicals as there are more number of students?
more number of students and more number of hospitals. Meaning every student before they graduate in their clinicals, can you believe at least around 30 gynecology experiences they will have, deliveries they have to do almost personally. 7, 8 cesarean they will have to do. Everything is taught practically because there are more number of patients and more number of hospitals. Okay,
That's
so that's the reason.
One more thing, can you share about 1 second? Huh? 1 second.
This one? Okay, okay, go ahead.
I visited this
Yes.
lab, what you can say, anatomy lab, where the human body was sliced in 3 millimeter
Yes,
area.
this is the latest thing for studies now. This is only in Davao Medical School as of now in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So this is a real human body
Yeah.
sliced in various way, and they are called the plastinated body, meaning it's a real human body sliced vertically, horizontally, 1 inch, 1 millimeter, whatever it is. So you can see a dissection, each and every details in this. This is a very, very expensive lab they've got, museum they've got. Lucky that they normally don't allow non-medicos inside. Lucky if you are in the museum itself. So you're lucky. Okay.
I'm so surprised. I have visited so many universities, countries, like not as much as you have for sure, but yes, I visited 7, 8 of them. But this kind of detail or cadavers, I have seen at one time there were 25 to 30 cadavers in the lab. Cadavers were there. So I have not seen. I've seen a single one or 2 or 3 maybe in the labs. So that is also one thing. And DMSFs suffice all the needs of any Indian medical graduate. There is not even a single point. Yesterday, 2 students were there and they were asking, give me at least a single consequence to study in Philippines. And I was not able to find one.
Okay, that's right. Okay, there were 2 questions I could see in this screen.
Yeah.
One question is, what about Fatima?
Yeah, your views.
I wanted you to find out because I don't want to take an individual school and talk about. I can only talk about this is the best school. And when you're talking about the best school, I don't want you to be talking about another school which I don't want to comment. It is your job to find out what is that school, because I believe that this is the best and I've given the reason. If someone else can give you that kind of reason, you just put me across. I want to ask this question: how many graduates you have got and how many times you stood first in MCA screening exam? So this answer, I don't think that they would be able to give you. Second thing, how many in the class? It is not how many 1 year. Now we will be telling you that each class will consist of 120 to 150 students. This is lecture halls. Then they are again divided into 30, 40 small batches.
Yeah.
This is the latest thing how they do everywhere in the countries. So you will have a bigger group of study, then you're again divided into smaller one. And in a year, there can be 2 intakes. So that is also there. So these are all details, probably you can have it from your later sessions. Anything else you would like to ask me?
This is the lecture hall, right?
Yes, this is one of the lecture hall. Yeah. Almost all the lecture halls will be like this. Yeah. Nowhere you will find this kind of spacious lecture halls. Okay.
No, it's amazing.
Have you shown them the simulation centers?
Yeah, we have put the videos and all, and everyone is really, really.
And you also have not done shown them your mock hospital, electronic or electrical mock hospital, where everything is machined and you learn in that one before you go into a real hospital. So that is also there. Anything else?
Is Davao a community level Ivy League level college? Somebody's asking. I don't know. Ivy League.
Come again?
Is Davao an Ivy League level college? Ivy by? I don't know.
I also do not know. You know, those kind of questions you don't need to.
But this Ivy League colleges are not in Philippines. They are must be in the US and UK.
No, no,
Is there any?
definitely.
Yeah.
See, this is the best medical school. I've given you all details. Now, this is to an American standard, one of the best medical school. In fact, now there are so many American universities would like to join as joint venture partners. To that level, they've got their facilities. Okay. Okay. So, they're talking about Ivy means, is it like Harvard? They're trying to say, is it Harvard level schools? Definitely, it is almost the best. Now, let me give you a statistics. The topmost schools, there was one student who asked, what about Santo Toma, University of Santo Toma in Philippines?
Yes, yes, yes.
And let's say these are all medical schools. They will take only the topmost students in the lower category, in the sense, if your score is not going to be above 95 in NMAT, they're not going to touch you. Now, we are talking about Davao Medical School, taking a very, very ordinary student who is an average student, and they're making him the best. True. That's why I say this is the better medical school. Harvard, to get into Harvard Medical School, you need to have at least the basic level, which will be the highest level for us. Okay? So this is what the difference is. They take, like it is the IITs. You take the 99.9% of mark holder and you're creating good. Davao Medical School takes the very ordinary or almost the borderline case and they make them the best. That is the difference between Santo Toma University will not accept you if your score is less than 95 in NMAT. And Davao Medical School will accept you even if your score is to the lowest. And they make you better. And they also might be making you better. But the difference is ordinary becomes extraordinary here. Their extraordinary becomes extraordinary. So this is what...
This is the best answer you have given in this webinar, I would say. Thank you so much for this answer. And okay. I'm sure this whole webinar is really, really, really informative for me also and for all the students. And many of the students have already registered with us and they are taking the online classes and they have appreciated it a lot. Many of the parents who are doctors in profession also have said that, they even teachers, they are teacher in profession, professors in profession, and they have said very good things about the lectures which are going on online. So just wanted to say thank you. And you are a motivator, you are a motivational speaker. And there was one thing going on YouTube, and they were like, how can you talk about medical when you are not from medical background? And I see you as an inspiration now.
Come on, don't tell me that, because every little kids, I just wanted to tell you one thing. In your whole life, don't ever do things because you want to do. Put your heart, soul, and efforts, 100%, you will become anything you wanted in life.
True.
You can achieve anything. I come from a very, very ordinary, humble family. Today, I want to leave behind a legacy in medical education. I want to say that I'm leaving something the best for the ordinary society. My goal is to make sure that India will have one doctor for every little village, at least one doctor for each village, from a very, very ordinary, humble, poor family. These are the doctors who are going to go back and serve their society. And I want to make sure that these people will go back and serve this nation, which I love the most. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to tell you all young children, please, anything you do in life, don't ever do partially. Mm-hmm. The body is a psychological body. Give that big boost to that body. It will do anything. It can do wonders. It can do magical things, and you will always achieve in life. This is what my prayers would be. Wish you all the best. God bless you. God be with you always. See you soon in the campus or in the Philippines. Thank you so much. Till then, bye-bye and good night.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
So, students, there are some questions that I thought I will answer. No, there is no scholarship based on BS course. No, there is no. Any scholarship? See, scholarship, one question that I'll answer all of you who are asking, and I'll convert that thing. So just want to conclude this webinar. I hope you got your answers, you got your vision clear about why we are promoting Philippines and why we are promoting Davao Medical School Foundation, because the vision of maybe me and maybe Dr. David is very much clear that we would like to, even if you might not be having the best score in 12th, you might not be having the best and NEET score, you might not be having the best NMAT score, and still you can become a doctor, a successful doctor in your life. As you can see, the top 7 MCI top scorers were from DMSF. It tells in itself that what is the level of education you're gonna get if you go into Davao Medical School, or if you go into Philippines also, I would say. When the Pune campus is going to open, the latest information you will keep getting from us. I hope you are in touch with one of the PMU counselors, and Book My University will take care of all other things from updating you about the admission, from updating about when the campuses are opening, when the university is opening, everything we'll let you know. Okay. And I hope this webinar was informative for you. Please share these things with your parents. If you have any questions, you can have these kind of Zoom meetings with your parents. Yesterday also I had one with one of the students, and I can explain you in brief, in detail, each and every query which you have in your mind. I'll make sure that I'll get it from the source which is authentic. Okay. So from Book My University, the benefit you will get to join the MSF is that you will not have any issues with the fees. Details will be transparent to you. All the payments will be transparent to you. You will get the best many of you were asking about me for the hostel. So I'll also put one video on YouTube. So this is one of the videos of the hostels here. And और भी अगर कोई questions हो आप लोगों को, please contact us and let us know. Sakina, you be in touch with us. You already touch with us. We'll let you know your questions. So they have very good campus. Even the hostel look like a campus, and it's very nice. And I hope you will take a decision early, because yeah, single occupancy and everything is available. Even the boys hostel I'll put on YouTube video very soon. I hope you guys have subscribed my channel. So be in touch. We are processing the admissions. The BS course is going online. Save your time. Start your classes as soon as possible so that you can join the MD course also on time. If you delay in joining BS course until you complete your BS course, you'll not be able to join MD course. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. It was a really nice session and motivating session for me as well, and I'm sure it is for you too. So have a great night. Good night.